Assalamualaikum. My name is FAUZI. My matrix number is H1980568. I'm going to talk about my part, which is identify. For Article 1, entrepreneurial culture's role and function are growing in importance and the key driver of Indonesia's long-term regional and national economic growth. For Article 2, in order to define the context, an individual social and cultural environment influences corporate behavior of citizens in the development of enterprises. For Article 3, the findings of the study shows that the organizational culture and entrepreneurial characteristics have a significant and positive impact on a company performance. So for Article 4, the study filled a research gap by examining the relationship between indices of a country's creativity, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Article 5 shows that research has primarily focused on the demands of entrepreneurial culture that people face when starting a business. And for the last article, the primary purpose of this study is to look at the impact of cultural factors on entrepreneurial orientation in service, healthcare, and tourism industries.
The objective is, first, to analyze the effect of the respondents' residency area and family work expectations on the entrepreneurial culture. 2. To study the effect of respondent status in taking entrepreneurship easy and respondent entities on entrepreneurial culture. Third, to study the influence of culture dimensions according to global model on entrepreneurial orientation dimension. Fourth, to identify culture, practice, values of a society, and aims to identify past studies that have estimated the relationship between this dimension and entrepreneurship. Fifth, to explore the relationship between creativity, entrepreneurship, innovation of a country and determine whether the six dimensions of hosted culture can be explained by a reduced set of factors. And lastly, to compare the relationship of two independent measures for the same construct to determine whether the measure is equally valid.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and my name is RAHIM, and my matrix number is H1980380. And for my part in this scenario review, I will discuss about the method or theory that been used in all the six or in all the journal that we found. So based on my observations, in those six journals that we found, it being used two theory, which is theory X and also theory Y. So and in this journal review, these two theory been used based on the company or the things that they want to do. So basically, theory X holds that management must actively interfere in order to do things done. So for the theory Y, advocates a decentralized, participative management approach. And so all those six journals been used and being separated to these two theory that I have explained just now. So basically, all in all, it assumes that people enjoy coming to work and also are self-motivated and also creative. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm THARMINI ARUMUGAM. For my part, I'm going to explain the finding of the journal. All four indicators were shown to be significantly connected, confirming the hypothesis. There were substantial relationship between the four indices, thus pairwise relation was used. In summary, for analysis using list-wise and pairwise elimination of missing data, all global indicators were significantly intercorrelated and significant. The correlation between the four indices and the six dimensions were comparable and different, and the results were modified by whether list-wise or pairwise relation was used. The findings also show a high level of uncertainty avoidance, which is negatively associated to risk recognition. The proposal to strategies and government agencies is to encourage employees to engage in internal entrepreneurship, to stimulate new business concepts, and to provide financial support for the development of new ideas, even if they come with a risk of failure. It is probable that it will diminish Serbian society high level of uncertainty avoidance, which is critical for a society openness to change. To obtain competitiveness in the global market, dealing with change and adapting appropriately to change in the environment is critical. The result revealed that when the competition is applied to diverse groups, more relationships emerge and substantial positive association was found in the findings. For the entire set of countries, there is also a substantial negative association between UA and OPN. When looking at individual clusters, the negative correlation disappears, implying that more research into the moderating effects of stage of development needed. That's all from me.
Hi, my name is NORIZRAWANI binti MANSOR. My message number is H19B0428. The main point can get from article. First one is the definition of this dimension. We reference from anthropology is culture consists of pattern by thinking, feeling, and reaction, acquired and transmitted mainly by symbol, constitutive and distinctive achievement of human group. Second, we knowledge management have little impact on company performance, on organization culture, on company performance, and the last is impressed by an impact for the organization culture, which can have a direct and indirect impact of the organization is performance. That's all from me. Thank you.
So now I will continue the next slide, which are the weaknesses and the ways. First of all, the weaknesses that I figured out is lack of self-inflicted pain in entrepreneur itself. So the right question now is, what is that things? What caused this happen and how to solve it? So according to the previous research that I found, the average score of variable of the surrounding society in the entrepreneurial sector has a low numerical value in making own decision for future business. So as we can see, now entrepreneur itself, firstly, do not intend to start business in future. Second, don't want to make her or his own decision. So third, lack of exposure of the development of new ideas in business, such as innovation of old product becoming a new product. So the next point is they don't acting on her or his own initiative, and the worst, they prefer to rely on the lecturer for guidance on what to do next. So now we're moving forward to the next slide, which is the way that suppose we do as an entrepreneur. So the first point is approach and emphasize in the context of entrepreneurship more often. So according to the study, everything that's happened in a person's life is influenced by the culture of society and individual actions. So as an entrepreneur needs to have thinking pattern like a successful entrepreneur and act to affirm his or her own achievement, including create important core of the idea and the value of the product or service to be done. So the next point is, as an entrepreneur needs to preparing a solid business content factor such as a product strength, location, surrounding environment, management. So this factor can impact the performance of the business to be developed
as well as whether the business will be able to survive for a long time or not. So now I will pass the next presenter to present their part.